Hi everybody, it's Sandy back again. Glad to see everybody. I'm back real soon and I'm going to talk about that here in a minute. Today is Friday, January the 5th, 2018. I can't believe that 2017 flew by so quickly, but here it is and here we are. Got my notes. It is bitterly cold in northern Ohio. Went out this morning to go to the grocery store and the post office and the bank, and the car said that it was 1 degree. So, and the wind was blowing, so I'm sure that the wind chill was way down below zero. Don't even want to think about what it was, but it's cold and it's been that way, and it's going to be that way, I guess, for another day or two. Then they say it's gonna go up into maybe the low 30s for a couple of days, and then it's gonna drop right back down again. So I don't know. It's too cold for me. It's really hard for us to keep our house warm. We heat with a combination of electric baseboard heaters, and which don't do much of anything, and a pellet stove on one floor of the house, and then we have a big old wood furnace in our basement, but it only sends heat to a couple of rooms because it's a 4-level split, so it's hard to heat. And we don't put that big old wood furnace on until, you know, I'm freezing in the living room. And right now I'm in the living room and I just checked the temperature a little bit ago and it's 66 degrees in here. It's too cold for me, but we're planning on going out for dinner after a bit here, and so we don't want to get our get that thing going until we're here to watch it. So we won't start that thing up until after supper. Anyways, thinking about doing my videos once a week instead of every other week. It's a lot of work to drag all my stuff from upstairs down here to do the videos, and then I have to drag it all the way back up there. So I'm thinking that if I do the videos, shorter videos, more often, I won't have to drag so much stuff around. And I guess I'm getting lazy. But my saying is, it is what it is. So anyways, I had a new start, and I'm going to show that to you. And this is the one I told you I was going to start. It's my little bear, and that's how far I got. He's in the hoop. Nose is itching. So he's got a leg. He's got most of the heart here. He's got a hand. So I've got to get the other leg in over here and get his head in, and he'll be done. So this is just a quick little stitch, and so we'll get him taken care of. All right, that takes care of that one. Then after I worked on him for, I think, 2 days, then I decided to pull out one that I hadn't stitched on in a while. And let me straighten out some threads here. And maybe I will put this up against this, because this one is kind of a see-through. Let me put it up against here because the sun is shining, even though it's bitterly cold. Okay, here is my scarecrow. And I basically did the fencing in here and most of the pumpkin, and I'm backstitching as I go to try to keep up with everything. So that's where I'm at with that one. And I worked on him for a couple of days. And then I got out my outhouse that I have been working on right along. And in fact, I was working on this today, and it is almost done. And what I have to do yet is just this little portion here, come across, and then the flowers. Just like the sunflowers are on this side, I have to do those sunflowers on the other side. And then there is some back stitching in there to finish up. And then this one will be done. And I will have maybe by next week I will have a finish to show you. And that's all I've been working on as far as whips go. And let's see what, oh, I did some kitting. So I have a couple of projects that are all ready to go. So I'll probably have some new starts coming up. And all right, what else do we have? Oh, okay. Anybody that had charts coming from a previous giveaway, if you haven't received those yet, that's because I didn't get them sent out until today. It has been so cold that I never got uptown to get those into the mail. One or two of them, I needed to get them weighed because I thought that they would need additional postage, and one of them did. So it's a good thing I didn't try to send it out with just one stamp on it. And I needed to get some more international stamps. So I did just take those to the post office this morning. So those went out today. There was 3. So if you were wondering what the heck happened, you know, she said I won it. Yes, you did, and those are coming. And off the top of my head right now, I can't remember who those were going to, but I know there was one that was going outside of the U.S. and I think 2 inside the U.S. So those will be coming. I'm just a bit slow. The charts that I showed last week, I didn't hear from anybody saying that they were interested in getting those. So it's possible that people have not watched the video yet. There are so many end of the year videos. I'm having a really hard time trying to keep up. I think I have like 35 videos in my watch later queue. And I try to go in there like every 2 days, and anybody who I subscribe to that's got a new video out, I try to move it over into the queue. But it might be 3-4 days before I get over there, get to watch it, because I've got so many. And then I'm adding new people all the time, and you know, gotta watch. Like, you gotta stitch all the things. Well, you gotta watch all the things too. So I'm going to show these again. These are the ones I showed last week, and if anybody is seeing them now and you didn't see them before, you can claim them now. This was the first one. This is a little pillow, and of course, as always, you know, everybody knows you don't have to stitch a pillow. It can be, you can stitch it up as anything you want. But there's that one, and that one says Cherish and Love Mother, and I think that's really pretty, but my mother passed away in 2010, and she was 97 years old. So she lived a good long life, but maybe there's somebody out there that does have a mother to stitch that for, or someone who is like a mother to you. Then the other one that I had was this floral alphabet. And again, this is done up as a pillow. But here's the floral alphabet, so let me know if you're seeing this now and you would like it. We'll give another chance. And then there were these, the Bunny Buddies. And I think last time I kept saying there was 2, but there's actually 3. There's the one here, there's one here, and then there's one way up here, which I think I totally missed the last time. But those are the bunnies. And this one had the American Hearts chart on the back too. And then this one, the love that's done in all the like purples and lavenders and everything, I think that's absolutely beautiful. And if nobody claims that this time, I just might take this and put it into my stuff that I plan to do. Of course, who knows when that will be. So those are the ones that I had showed last time. And if anybody still wants those or is interested in those, we'll leave those open now. I'll plan to do another video January the 12th or thereabouts, with 24 hours one way or the other. Here's some new ones to show you. And I didn't bring my my book of stash of the charts that I was going to have for myself. I didn't bring that down here today, so I'll try to remember next week to bring that down and show you more of the charts that I plan to do. Okay, this one is Country and Colonial Stitches, and very, very pretty. And it says on it, in virtue's ways I spend my days. So there's that one. So if you are interested in stitching this one, let me look at it again, and I'll say you could put down that you're interested in the colonial stitches. So there's that one. And this next one is called, it says it's called Coffee Break. That doesn't make much sense with what it says on here, so I'm going to call this one Noah's Ark, because that's what it is. If you can, I get that up there close enough to where you can see it. And it says on it, it wasn't raining when Noah built the ark. So if you're interested in this chart, then just tell me that you would like to stitch Noah's Ark. And I keep trying to check these because, yeah, the chart's here. Because a lot of these, I pulled them out of the magazines kind of quickly, sometimes when I was tired. And I don't want to send somebody something that doesn't have the chart included. So each time I look, I go, try to look for that. All right, this one is called Renaissance Angel. And if you like to stitch angels, this would be for you. And although it shows the year on there, doesn't mean you have to put it on. But there's a very beautiful, I hope that you're seeing that is focusing. I watched somebody's video yesterday that everything they put on the screen wasn't focusing. And I don't know if they didn't realize that at the time, but it was really, really hard to see the whips and everything because they just weren't focusing in. So if you're interested in that one, you can just tell me you'd like to stitch the angel. And this one is a Mary Bartley Stockett design, and it's from 1992, I'll tell you that. I don't know what the name of this is. Maybe it doesn't have a name, but there is the chart. So it's, I don't even know what to call that. Like a marionette, and I don't know. And it also has another chart on the back. It's called Golden Fruit and Nuts, but I don't have a picture. So I don't want to get in trouble by putting the chart out there and then having somebody say, oh, she broke the law. All right, so there's that. If you'd like to stitch that one, let's just say you want to stitch the drum because it looks like they're standing on the drum, or the drummer boy, or something like that. Okay, this looks like it's going to be kind of a big one, and this is called Grandpa's Workshop, and the chart is on 2 different pages. And it's all kinds of tools. And so if you would like to stitch the tools, you can just let me know you'd like to stitch the tools. Makes sense, right? Okay, so that's pretty much all that I have today, except I did want to mention I had watched Pam Warren Reed, what's she call her channel now? Pam's Crafty something. Anyways, she does crochet too, and she did a video, a couple of tutorials for beginning crochet. Now, I have crocheted in the past, but I was never very good at it. At least I felt I wasn't very good at it. And I didn't feel real confident with it. But I thought, you know, I'd like to watch her tutorial, and then she does like a little scarf. And so I thought I'd like to try that. So I went and looked to see if I had any yarn left or anything. And I did find this, and I'm moving the plastic. So it's like, if you can see, that's a really light lavender color. It's coming across pretty good. I think it looks a little darker on the screen than what it actually is, looking more blue than lavender, I think. But it is a lavender. And I thought I'd like to try her thing. So sometime during the month of January, I've told myself it has to be during January, I'm going to watch that tutorial and maybe try that scarf and see if I can do it. So that's going to wrap me up for today. I hope everybody's doing well and that everybody's getting lots of stitching in, and keeping warm if you're in the areas of the country that are in the deep freeze, and keeping cool if you're somewhere where it's hot. So take care, and I send my love out to everybody. Bye.